right, ladies and gentlemen, first order of business today is you're all fired. All of you fired. I don't know which one of you it was that got everyone together and said, yeah, there's this crazy new perk and it's only on like 3 weapons and it makes the weapon god tier. Let's not tell myfi about it because I will find you. All right, jokes aside, on the menu today we have a weapon that when I first saw it, I didn't bother using it, thought it was trash, just completely ignored it. But when I saw that it could roll a new perk that only like 3 other weapons in the game can roll, I immediately got the weapon and my god, my mind was blown. So yeah, we're gonna be going over the weapon, its god roll, and that crazy new perk. But you all know the drill. If you're new and only if you like the moving pictures I upload to the internet, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now the weapon I am referring to is the Brigands Law. Stats coming up on screen now. It is a 450 RPM rapid fire frame arc sidearm that is acquired via the Season of Plunder stuff, like from the new activities. Now just like all the other Season of Plunder pirate weapons, it is craftable and will take you 5 red borders to unlock its pattern. You can pick up a few upgrades from the helm that will help you in obtaining its pattern a little bit quicker. First is the hidden compartment upgrade, which will guarantee a red border weapon from your first catch-up crash each week. Then the other upgrade is focused weapon spoils, which allows you to focus Season of Plunder weapons. You have a chance for a red border to drop when focusing. You could also take the double perk weapon spoils upgrade. This isn't going to aid you in getting a red border, but it will allow the first pirate weapon you focus each week to roll with an additional selectable perk. Don't know why you would do this because you're just going to be crafting the weapon anyway, but it's there in case you want it. Okay, so with how to get this bad boy out of the way, let's get into the perks. First is its new origin perk this season, Right Hook. This perk is essentially going to increase target acquisition and range for a short period of time after dealing melee damage. Continuing to deal melee damage will extend the effects of Right Hook. This is a pretty good perk, especially for that range benefit, and it's not like you have to run a melee build for it to be useful, as all you gotta do is deal melee damage, not get a melee kill. So just punch things and you're gonna get better range and target acquisition. Okay, now getting into column 1, where you're gonna find a pretty standard assortment of barrels. In my opinion, you should just max out range for both controller and M&K. So hammer forged if you just want a straight increase to range, or small bore if you want a bump to range, but you're having some, trouble controlling it and need a little bit of stability. I see some people going with arrowhead break, and while you can 100% do that, this weapon already has an almost perfect vertical recoil pattern, so I do it if you want. It's column 1. No one really cares. Next up, column 2, you got 7 mag options. Just go with accurized. The sidearms suffer because of their horrendous range stats, so the more range, the better. Now, for column 3, where you'll find 7 options to choose from: Feeding Frenzy, Threat Detector, Perpetual Motion, Hip Fire Grip, Killing Wind, Steady Hands, and Pugilist. In my opinion, you have 3 really good perks here. First is Pugilist, for all you utility people out there. Final blows with this weapon is going to generate melee energy. Simple, yet a very nice perk. Next is Perpetual Motion. This is going to grant a bonus to stability, handling, and reload speed while you're in motion, and with this being an arc weapon and Arc 3.0 being a just keep moving subclass, this is a very effective perk to have. And then the final perk, Feeding Frenzy. This is just a classic reload perk. Get kills and you start reloading faster. All around a pretty good column. And finally, column 4, where you got 7 perks: Sympathetic Arsenal, Surrounded, Voltshot, Rangefinder, Adagio, Demolitionist, and Swashbuckler. Now, just like column 3, you only really have 7 options here. First is Swashbuckler. Pair this with Pugilist in column 3, and you're gonna be in for a good time punching everything to death while doing 33% more damage with this weapon. Next up, Demo. Pair this with Pugilist in column 3, and it's literally sex in the form of a gun. Every weapon kill will be generating melee and grenade energy. An amazing combo for any utility players out there. Just constant grenade and melee energy. It's amazing. Now, before we get into the number 1 perk, I did want to mention Surrounded and Threat in column 3. Not sure why you would take this, as I feel like this weapon offers so much more than just a classic reload and damage perk combo, but it's here if you want it. Okay, so my number 1 perk for this column, Voltshot. This is the crazy perk that I was referring to earlier. This is a new perk this season and states reloading this weapon after defeating a target overcharges this weapon for a short period of time, causing it to jolt on its next hit. Okay, so now 2 things. First is you have about 5 seconds after getting a kill to reload to activate this perk. Then you have 7 seconds to use it or it disappears. Secondly, what is jolting? To jolt an enemy is to charge them with destructive arc light. As they take additional damage while jolted, they chain lightning to nearby targets. In simple terms, once this perk is active, you shoot something and then everything kind of just dies. It is actually such an insane perk, and you don't even have to be on an arc subclass for it to be good. Like, you don't have to run arc to use Voltshot. You can kind of just use it on its own. Like, you literally kill an enemy, reload, and the next enemy you hit will just fry everything around it. I've seen a lot of people compare this to Incandescent, and I can definitely see why, but there are some advantages and disadvantages. Incandescent is always active, where Voltshot, you have to get a kill, then reload, and you're on a timer. But when you do kill an enemy with Voltshot, it just instantly kills everything around it, whereas Incandescent kind of just blows up, then slowly burns enemies around it. Voltshot is definitely the better perk when it's active, but getting it to activate is where it kind of lags behind. Like I said, it has its advantages and disadvantages. Taking Voltshot in column 4 with either Feeding Frenzy or Perpetual Motion in column 3 will turn this weapon into an ad clearing machine. I mean, you've been watching the background gameplay. I'm literally frying everything. This weapon is 100% worth getting crafted just for this combo alone. And like I mentioned earlier, Voltshot only rolls on 3 other weapons in the game. Now, if you're looking to test out this weapon and Voltshot before dedicating some time to farming for those red borders, well, you can just grab one for free. Free 99. Rank 30 on the free path of the season pass just gives you one. Though it's not an absolute god roll, it's still pretty good. So if you want to try it out, go grab it. But that is Brigands Law. It's god roll and Voltshot, an absolutely insane perk that I can't wait to see on other weapons. Fingers crossed we see this on a 900 SMG here soon, because my god, that would be insane. But let me know your thoughts on this weapon down below. Have you been using it? Do you like it? Hate it? Let me know down below. Rest of the video is just going to be some gameplay with this weapon and Voltshot, just so you can see how powerful it really is. With all that being said, feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.